Hello and welcome back to our How to Win in Brotato series. Today we're playing the Generalist, and this is the 10th character. So yeah, we are starting with the Javelin as you can see here, for a few reasons which I will explain in a second. One, the Javelin means you do not have to stack up crit chance. You can just go for attack speed, you can go for range damage, melee damage, which is exactly what you want. And then you can also, wait, reroll. More luck or just range damage. Luck is very good early on, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. This is going to be nice. You can also get the primitive bonus, as you can see here. This is considered a ranged weapon, by the way, if you didn't know, but it scales with melee damage, which is very important because melee damage stacks up much more quickly than range damage does. Yes, we get both stats, but the point is this weapon has 100% melee damage scaling, and anytime you get ranged or melee damage, the melee damage is always going to be twice as big of a number. Let's just put it that way. So if we had 100% range damage scaling on this weapon, it would be a lot less impactful than the melee damage. So yeah, we're going to basically have a full melee build, but we are still going to be using 3 ranged and 3 melee weapons, because the Javelin is a cheat weapon like that. It's very nice. We can just go ahead and take some armor here. That's completely fine. Javelin pickup, 1 roll, Javelin, and a Cacti Club. I actually don't mind taking that here. So we do just want to have 6 primitive weapons. The Cacti Club is also going to give a tiny bit of damage percent, which is somewhat unimpactful, but also still important. This means we get an extra like 10% damage percent, which isn't something to ignore. And then we also, again, we don't really need to get any piercing. We don't need to get any crit chance. We can just go for melee, range damage, and attack speed, and that's it. We don't really care too much about any other stats that are for damage at least. Attack speed, perfect. So Javelin, this, and reroll, and Javelin, and continue. Next shop, we will go ahead and buy all of those 3 locked items and weapons that we have. And another small benefit to using the Cacti Club is you can actually utilize the passive a little bit. It's not like it's super crazy. It's only 100% range damage scaling, and it shoots out these little spikes randomly. But that can help a tiny bit for killing a lot of small enemies. So it's not like it's something completely useless. But the important part is just that the weapon itself is decent. It scales completely, well, it's completely in line with what our character does. And it's also a primitive weapon. Yeah, very nice. Harvesting, we could take, I kind of just want to take the damage now though. Let's see. Range damage I will take. Javelin, bag, tree, lens. All of these are good. Another Cacti Club. Reroll another tree. And keep going. We do just want to upgrade our weapons, because upgrading our weapons is going to increase their base damage and also make their passives much stronger. So the Javelin will crit more often, and the Cacti Club will shoot out more of these little projectiles every time we hit an enemy. And you can see we do already have 25 max HP with only 4 weapons. Once we have 6 weapons, it'll be closer to 40 max HP, which is one of the other reasons I think that just going with primitive weapons, if you just want to win a 20-wave run, is pretty strong. We can obviously switch into anything we want. Melee damage is good. But for now, this is what we're using. We don't need crit, so I'm going to skip that. A Warhammer. This is interesting. We could take this, actually. It's very strong. It is very strong. It hits so hard, too. It's so tempting. It's also a, well, it's a blunt and heavy weapon is the issue. You know, I'll skip for now. I think it could be good. It absolutely could, but I'm not willing to take it right now. Range damage is good. The more damage percent we will want. Crit we do not want. Crit we're going to ignore. Just attack speed, damage percent, melee damage, range damage. That's it. Only those 4 damage stats. And then of course we do want to get some more armor. Eventually get some lifesteal for healing. Lifesteal is going to be very strong on our character, since we attack really often. We also shoot out a bunch of these projectiles. Yeah, just look at this damage. We have a ton of piercing. It's very easy for us to hit a lot of enemies, which means lifesteal is going to be easy to trigger. I want to make sure I get these trees down so we can get some loot crates maybe. We did get 1 loot crate here. Engineering, maybe not. I'll take some move speed, that's okay. Reroll, crit or attack speed. Attack speed, of course. Damage, I will take some range. No more piercing is needed. Melee damage is good though. Armor, crit, no. Damage percent, yes. Max HP, also, yes. I will roll 1 more time. It's a very cheap reroll at the end. I think it's worth it. Also, we're not too worried about getting our weapons to tier 4. That is very difficult to do on the Generalist, You're forced to use 2 different weapons minimum, since you can only use 3 ranged and 3 melee weapons. Getting them up to tier 4 is a lot more difficult than it would be for, any other character if we were only using 1 weapon, which means we don't care too much about getting them to tier 4. We can also replace them later with some stronger weapons. Early on, the primitive is nice, and the weapons themselves, they are very strong. But obviously we can find stronger things, like the Warhammer we found. That could have been something really good for us. I think the Warhammer is a bit of a stretch. We're not really trying to go for engineering, so the passive effect is kind of wasted on us. Tentacle I will take, because that will trigger with our Javelin. Range damage, max HP, melee damage, roll, Cacti Club, more attack speed. We lose engineering, I'm okay with that. Crown can be good, and so can this. Though this bone dice is a little bit greedy, I'm going to go ahead and skip it. It can obviously be very good, but we're not going to need much more damage considering how much we already have on wave 8. We're going to not struggle with damage at all with this build. So the thing I'm worried about more so is just never dying, which means losing max HP and armor is not a good idea. Nice, we got a loot crate. Let's do loot crates. Can we get some more? Oh, no loot crates. Oh, I don't want to kill that. Oh, that made me worried. I don't want to kill that because then we'll get curse chance. We want to avoid getting any curse chance if possible. Okay, we still have 0 curse, nice. Range is okay. This is not good. We do like, obviously, max HP, but we don't want to lose those stats. That's very bad for us. Attack speed is actually going to be amazing here. Cacti Club, a crown with 0 harvesting, huh? I guess I'll take it. It's okay. It's so early that I think we can focus on getting a bit of harvesting, and it won't be a terrible investment, as long as we have the crown. It'll pay for itself if we get enough harvesting, and it'll also help us level up, which is pretty important. Leveling up means we get a lot more stats. Also completely unrelated to what we're doing here, but I watched a little bit of some videos on Germany. I learned a small amount about Germany, and I was surprised because apparently Germany almost has the second, pretty much is, like has the second highest population after Russia in Europe. So you could say it kind of does, because Russia's kind of an outlier. So Germany more or less has the highest population out of all the European countries, and I was very surprised by that, because I never realized Germany was so big. This could be takeable. I think losing accuracy is a bit questionable. I'm going to recycle it. Armor, amazing. Luck or attack speed? Ooh, it's so early. I think 15 luck is nice. We'll take a crystal. That could actually be pretty good. The issue is our javelin is so strong. This scales with range damage, which is not that great. I think it's actually just weaker than our javelin for killing bosses. What I could do is combine these two and then buy it. It should be fine. Get another Cacti Club, another bag, 2 range damage. I'm very tempted. I think I will take it. Oh my goodness. Never mind. I'm not taking that. I'll take the big arms though. Big arms is amazing. This is we have no harvesting, guys. What is happening? I took a crown with 0 harvesting. A little bit of a crazy investment considering we are not getting any harvesting. We'll see, we'll see. It should be fine. I think the minigun is pretty strong here because we can just combine the javelin, and then if we find a tier 3 minigun, which we will eventually, we can make a tier 4 minigun. And it'll be easy to get the javelins to tier 4 this way as well. So it's a lot easier to tier 4 everything if we pick up this minigun. Yeah, again, I'm trying to avoid killing the cursed enemies. Even though I do have the DLC active, it's mostly for the weapons and to have the characters unlocked. This way I can do those characters, the DLC characters, in the crash zone later. But for now, it's not really relevant. Also, I did take a crystal, so if we don't get hit, we get a lot more attack speed. Which is pretty good for us, because attack speed is exactly what we want the most of. Alright. 500 materials, not bad. A stone skin I will take. More attack speed, nice. Big arms is crazy good for us. Damage percent I will take, of course. Have a boss? No. Okay, wave 12 we will have a boss. We can worry about that once we get to wave 12. We don't need to worry about it on wave 11. More damage stats would be good. The most important thing is actually just to upgrade this minigun to tier 4, then it'll hit much harder. Yeah, weapon upgrades tend to be the most important thing in almost every character. Unless you're like the bull or something, I guess. The bull wouldn't care too much. The bull or like the pacifist maybe. But most characters do just care in the most about upgrading their weapons. This has so much impact on your run when you get upgraded weapons. Ooh, so much money. Nice. Luck and dodge minus lifesteal. I think that's worth taking for the luck. HP is good. 3 more armor is nice. Can we get some harvesting? And harvesting, okay, there we go. This is good. The padding is also good. It's more max HP. Bowler hat is really good. We don't care about crit. Losing a little bit of attack speed is completely fine. And we are against an elite. Let's go. Okay, it's the Colossus. This guy will start doing this field in a second. There's the attack field. He already got phased. So what we want to do is run away from him, like in front of him, like this. Or just run behind him, like this. This also works. And he's dead. That way you can always dodge his ring, because either you're moving away, which means you're moving inside the ring with it, or you're moving through it each time, and you're just chasing him. And eventually you'll kill him, right? So, pretty easy. I think the Generalist is one of the easiest characters to win with. Not easiest. I'd give him A tier. I think he's an A tier character. Very easy to win with if you know what you're doing, and you pick the right stats, and the right items. That's it. You're good, right? So easy to win with, because you just deal so much damage, but you can also go for a bunch of defensive stats because you have so much damage. So it's like very difficult to lose. It's a very safe character. And we're through. Alright, nice. Oh, projectiles gain 1 bounce. We lose a lot of damage percent, but I'm pretty sure that's worth it regardless. I'll take a jerky. Move speed is okay. Ghost axe, no thank you. Hedgehog is good. I could take a shackles. I don't think so. Oh, a tier 4 javelin. Baby with a beard is also kind of crazy. I'm gonna do this. And then I will also take the metal, of course, later. Harvesting, nice. That's what we need. More harvesting. So we do get 13% additional harvesting every round. But if we don't get enough harvesting, it's still going to be like we wasted the crown. We definitely want to get some more. And yes, I just took a ricochet. Yes, you know, only 3 of our weapons can actually bounce because only 3 of them shoot projectiles. That's okay. That's okay. It's still very good. It'll deal a lot more damage this way. You can think about it this way. We gained an extra hit on every single weapon, or on half of our weapons, and we lost 25% damage. So we gained, right, we gained 50% damage, and then we lost 25%, kind of. It's a little complicated, but regardless of how you want to think about it, we gain damage. Also, it's much easier to constantly hit enemies with ranged weapons, and I'm pretty sure our ranged weapons are contributing a lot more damage than our melee weapons are doing. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna take this. If I'm not mistaken, the baby with a beard can ricochet, for one, and I believe that's nice. I believe that this Cacti Club's passive, right? Hitting an enemy spawns 4 projectiles. I believe this can also ricochet. So we are, let's see. Am I correct? Yes, you saw them bounce around. Wait, watch this. Can we do it again? Okay, our ranged weapons are killing everything. Okay, if it's hard to see, but if you look closely, you can see it. So basically, all of our weapons are actually benefiting from ricochet, and so is a baby with a beard. Which means ricochet is just very good. Okay, that's all it means. So if you thought it wasn't good enough, it is definitely good enough. Also, I think the baby with a beard is one of the better items you can get when you're playing the Generalist. Just any item that scales directly with melee or range damage is going to be pretty good for us. I'm just trying to avoid being hit mostly, picking up materials and loot crates when I can, killing all the clumps of small enemies. Alright, nice. Melee damage. You know what? I'll take that because it says melee damage. Armor is good. Harvesting is beautiful. Attack speed is perfect. Yes, yes, yes. Reroll. A tier 4 javelin. We don't need that anymore, but we did get a minigun. Nice. Little muscly dude, and more speed and range is going to be nice. Oh, we're against an elite. Okay. This is the Mantis. Let's see how long he lasts against us. And he's dead. Alright. And if you'll notice, we kind of killed everything across the map in the process. Kind of funny. I'm trying to get all the materials to spawn in the center of the map here, so I can pick them all up at the end. Okay, there we go. So now I could just run through the center of the map later, and then it'll let me pick up all the materials that way. Yeah, because if you didn't know, when there are 60 materials or more on the ground, they start to combine. You can see all the materials getting larger and larger on the ground over there. And if I pick them up in a second, they're going to be massive. Look, 171. I went from 171 to 600 materials. I got about 400 there on the ground. That's perfect. Nice. We'll take it. Damage percent and lifesteal, good. More speed, sure. Minigun, move speed, melee damage, and range. Nice. Now we have fully upgraded weapons. Look at this. Man, that's crazy. So the minigun's a lot better now that it's tier 4. Because it has better range damage scaling, 75%. So we could try and do the trick to get all the materials on the ground again. It's a little difficult to do intentionally. But yeah, as you can see, right, it's pretty difficult to do. Because you have to kill all the enemies in the same spot for it to kind of work. But when you have a bunch of like ricochets and bounces going everywhere, you can't really decide where enemies die at all times. Did we manage to do it? I think we did, look. We got all of them in the middle. Yes. We've gotten so strong in this run that I'm just like min-maxing the efficiency of picking up materials. So I don't have to pick them up as often. Okay, there we go. Now everything's in the middle of the map. We're gonna have to pick it up soon. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. And would you look at that? All the materials, only 20 bagged materials. Plus 2 melee damage, I will take. Plus more damage, yes. Plus more damage, sure. This is good. Another gentle alien. Crit chance? Honestly, it's worth taking at this point, I think. So we will take it. Not incredible for us by any means, but it's good. It's good enough. It's just a damage boost, right? For 4 of our weapons, actually. Because we only have 2 javelins currently. And it's not like it's completely wasted on the javelins. It's just that it is not as effective. Because when you have a javelin at tier 4, every other attack will always crit anyways. I could try and stack up materials again. We're already halfway through the wave though. Is it really worth it? Is it worth the effort? Maybe if I can kill all of them in the center of the map, it'll be worth it. So yeah, the way you do this is by just kind of trying to guide enemies into the center of the map and picking up all the materials that are not in your pile. You're picking these up. Alright, it's time to pick everything up now at this point. The round's about to end. Alright, nice. Another 700 materials almost. I won't take that. Whistle is good. Wisdom, not so good. We're going to end the fight too quickly. I'll take some more crit, that's okay. And more luck. This is great, I think. The goblet is very safe, I will take it. Snail is good. We don't need a sad tomato. This is interesting. We have this frozen heart. I don't know how amazing that is, honestly. Very expensive. I don't think it's worth it. Okay, we are against an elite, and it is the crocodile. I feel like this is the first time I didn't get this guy as the first elite in like this entire week. It feels like you always get the crocodile first. Alright, crocodile down. Now let's go back to trying to pile up all the materials in the center of the map. If it's not in the center, I will pick it up. Did we manage to do it? I'm going to take this one as well. I want to get the pile smaller and smaller, you know? Oh, I dropped some on the ground over here. That's not good. Oh, I need to pick them up. Gimme, 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 gimme. Oh, okay, I missed some, but that's okay. We'll get them later. Torture. I mean, we could take this. It's not even that bad. I'm just going to recycle it, though. I think the materials are worth more than the actual healing here. More crit. Sure, I guess. We'll take it. Let's do this. More harvesting. You're a little bit too late, my friend. Not going to be able to do much at this point. More armor is good to be safe. This is good. More attack speed is really good. Armor again. And an injection for more damage. A lure is too late, unfortunately. I could sell a weapon. No, they're very expensive. I can't really do that. 2 more waves. We're almost through. I'm pretty sure we could also... Okay, I'm not going to do this for a 3rd day in a row. But I'm pretty sure we could sell all of our melee weapons and still win. So, yeah, this... I mean, this How to Win series is going pretty well, huh? Yeah, it's going well so far. No video or no character has really felt like it's been a struggle. I think the least safe run was the Ranger run, right? The Ranger run, we had very little max HP compared to the other characters. Like, even this character, we have 81 max HP. We're pretty tanky. With 81 max HP and like 10 armor, it's very difficult for us to ever die. Again, I'm just trying to pick up all the materials on the outside of the map. Oh, there are 2 over here. It's because the projectiles are bouncing too much. Okay, now it's time to pick everything up. Actually, more relevant because it's wave 19, so we don't have any more waves after this. I'll take this. I'll take this. This is way too late, okay. Harvesting, yeah, a little bit late as well. I'll take some attack speed. More attack speed. Damage percent, damage percent. Won't take that. More melee damage, more range damage, more armor, sure. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. That is going to be the run. I kind of want to get rid of this weapon because it's not good looking. No, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. Yeah, maybe leave a like and subscribe if you want, and leave any comments. All right, let's go. Wave 20. That's one boss down. And that's two bosses down. Alright, yeah, I will see you guys next time. And we will be playing The Loud. This character is so fun, so I hope you guys can watch that. But that is it for today. Alright, goodbye for now. Bye-bye.